Hola, por favor. Welcome to your daily dose of Fortnite. Today I'm going to be going over the changes that I've made to my Canny Valley Storm Shield defense between 5 and 6. So this is getting ready for Storm Shield Defense 6. I'm going to start with my home base here. The only direction they can attack from is the west, so that is the side that I beefed up. You remember the tunnels kind of stopped right here in my Storm Shield Defense 5. So what I've done is open this area up, and I'm actually going to go down to the start where they spawn to start this off. So I just put a bunch of ceiling zappers here, ceiling electric fields to kind of thin them out when they spawn. Still got my lobber shield up for now to make the lobbers go into the tunnels and the flingers. Over here we just have some walls to block them from wandering too far, some darts to thin them out. This left side they can come in, there's just spikes to slow them down, ceiling zappers, ceiling electric fields and gas traps. There's a little timeout room over here with a half wall so I can have darts behind it as well, shooting anything that walks through here just for some extra damage. I put the electric field here instead of the zapper because I feel like there may be a lot of mobs here since it's the beginning of the tunnel, and that way it'll do AoE damage. It'll hit everything here, and then it'll also reach out to anything that's walking by as well. You can't build on this tile. I don't know why. Maybe Epic will fix that at some point, but so there's just a little opening here, but the mob should flow directly up the tunnel and not try to go through the natural wall here. There's no way they can walk up. So again, we just alternate between ceiling electric fields and gas traps for the AoE damage on the ceilings, dynamos on the side, and spikes on the floor to slow them down. This is where my old tunnel started, so if you want to see that, you can go to my setup for Canny Valley Storm Shield Defense 5 video for my home base, but nothing has changed in that tunnel. On the right side, I did change a lot. I added a lot more traps. You'll see I do have some traps on the side of the wall here in case they decide to walk around, and then most of them walk through here, hopefully, to what I call kind of like a popcorn machine. Gotta put some floors down here, some floor launchers, but you'll see they'll walk across these launchers, get launched up into a row of 4 dynamos, and hopefully that thins them out, just kind of using verticality to get some more damage here. Hopefully it works. Who knows? We'll find out. And let's just get some floor launchers to put down here. And then we got darts on either side, just doing some more damage as they walk through. And let's put one more down here. And get these up to tier 3. Okay, so then they'll come up this natural hill. Some might come through this hole here because you can't put walls here to stop them, but that's okay because we got darts here, some gas, thinning them out, and then up here, same thing, gas here, some darts here, darts on the other side of the wall. When they get up to the top of the hill, there's a launcher that'll push them over here, and then 2 launchers that'll spit them out back down the hill, so they'll have to keep coming back through. And then if they finally make it through, this is a little different. I put a floor launcher here instead of spikes because that'll again spit them back to this tile, which will then hopefully spit them all the way back down the hill again. The rest of this is the same as my tunnel was before. So those are all the changes I made. I'm hoping that'll be enough to kill everything for at least this wave. We may have to make some more changes and add some more traps when we get to 7 through 10, but we'll see how this does for 6 for now. Alright, let's head over to A. And there shouldn't be many changes here in A, I don't believe. Let's see, some repairing needs to be done. The only thing that really changed is out here I threw up some walls with darts just to thin out the crowd when they spawn. So the east side of A, pretty much no changes. The north side, I don't believe I changed anything. All I did was add these two walls and a ceiling here because they were walking down and landing on this tile instead of down at the bottom, and I want them to fall all the way to the bottom so they have longer to go to get up into my tunnel. So that's the only thing that's changed on the north side, and nothing changed on the west side. So yeah, A's held up pretty good so far, and like I said, haven't really made any changes to it. Let's head over to B. Use my hoverboard here, it's a little quicker. Again, they can only attack from one side on B, and that's east. And again, not many changes here, just some more traps. So another level of floor spikes, a lot of retractable floor spikes here, some darts, and then some more ceiling electric fields just to thin them out as they come in, just to make sure that they don't make it all the way to the end of the tunnel, because usually there's a propane wave from here, and if they start making it to the end of the tunnel, there could just be a mass chain reaction from all the propanes on the ground if one of them goes off. So we want to make sure that we kill them before they get to the end. So again, not many changes on this amplifier from 5 to 6. And now let's head over to C. This is where the biggest changes are. We're going to start with the west. There are not really any changes here. There's a couple extra walls and ceilings that I put up in certain spots just to add more damage, but for the most part I think actually that might be the only spot that we changed. Everything else is the same. We haven't added any more traps since 5, so that's a quick one. And then now we'll go over to the south. Now that the storm shield is expanded a little bit, we've been able to build it out more. I actually only went out one more tile on either side. So before my tunnel started on this tile right here, I just put out a 2x1 here with a wall launcher, spikes to slow them down, and then electric fields to thin out the little guys. And then over here just the standard timeout room that I use, the 2 dynamos on either side, the darts in the back, and the retractable floor spikes on the floor. Same thing on the other side. I just went out one more tile and put a 2x1. It's the exact same, just mirror image, just to do a little more damage to them, so they don't make it to the end of the tunnel, basically. So that's pretty much all the changes on the south side, and the east side is where the biggest changes were. So you can remember, if you saw my setup video for 5, the storm shield came out all the way to about here, so I couldn't build anything over on this side. So let me get down to their spawn. Let's try to find a place we don't take too much damage. So they'll spawn down here. I believe I showed this entire tunnel here. They just go up this little ridge, and there are a bunch of traps and launchers knocking them around. You can see that in my Amplifier C setup guide for Storm Shield Defense 5. Nothing has changed there. This is where the big change is. So this ramp here, totally inaccessible to me before. So what I've done is I've come down here and just put up walls. I'm going to put launchers here and then darts here. But you can see all up this ridge, I got launchers launching them off, a ceiling AoE trap, and darts in the back all the way up, and then again another ceiling AoE zapper instead of gas this time. Launch off the edge all the way down, and then darts in the back. Again, when they get to the top, launcher to launch them all the way back down, darts in the back, AoE, and then spikes to slow them down. This is just a pure damage tile because they're already slowed by the spikes, so I got dynamos, ceiling, electric field, and the retractable floor spikes. Then they'll come up this ridge. They'll be getting hit by dynamos on the side, AoE from the ceiling, and darts in the back the entire time. And then when they get up here, there's a little 2x2 square, which I just put ceiling electric fields everywhere because it just hits everything in this area every time it goes off. I'll be adding a launcher there to launch them back down that ridge, and then some darts on that wall. You can see I have darts here, launcher to launch them back over here, and then hopefully down into the ridge again. And then here again, this entire wall you can see is all launchers. So we're launching them here down the ramp, we're launching them from here into a timeout room. And then I got the ceiling zappers, which is a single target, because I feel like anything that makes it this far, it's probably like a smasher or like a flinger maybe if they wandered up here, something with high hit points. That it, you know, there's not gonna be big groups being launched into these rooms, so I don't need an AOE trap really. Again, launcher into another timeout room just to do some more damage. This whole ceiling we've got alternating between ceiling electric fields and gas traps. Then when they get out past that timeout room, another launcher launching over to this section with 2 launchers and 2 floor launchers with 45s that launch them all the way down to where they spawned if they made it this far. And then the same, all these 4 tiles, floor launcher, wall launcher, and a 45, just launching them all the way back to the spawn if they make it this far. So I would say if they attack from the east, I'd say we're pretty good. This is massively overbuilt probably, but I'm thinking for the future towards Storm Shield Defense 10, so hopefully this will be enough. I may need to put ceilings over this area and put ceiling zappers or ceiling electric fields to thin them out if they somehow turns out a bunch of them are making it up here, but we will see how that works. One other thing I wanted to show you was the ramp that I had blocked off over there. And let's see if we can get over there. So this section here is actually walkable for the husks. Right here there's a ramp, you can see a natural ramp that comes up. So I've basically put as much metal in between them and this ramp as I could to deter them from walking up here. So I got the stairs behind the wall, I got a floor here with a roof on top of it, and then a wall behind it with stairs behind that wall. So I'm hoping they see this path underneath with all the launchers and say, oh, that's a lot easier to walk on, and they'll just go that way rather than trying to beat through all of this. We'll see what happens. I don't think we've tested that out yet, but it's strong enough that if they start doing that, we'll be able to change on the fly. We'll have enough time because they're going to have to beat through 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much 5, 6 things before they can make it through of tier 3 metal. So that should take them a while. So there you have it. That is all the changes I've made from Storm Shield Defense 5 in preparation for Storm Shield Defense 6. So I'll be releasing a video me doing Storm Shield Defense 6 solo shortly, so look out for that. As always, guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.